I had immediately landed a job as a DJ at the FM Classic Rock channel, and I was going to be starting in 2 weeks. So I'm like, I'll be on 101.5 KGB from 3 to 6, Monday to Friday. You can find me still. So I'm not going anywhere. But boy, I tell you, like 2 months into that gig, life and reality slapped me so freaking hard right in the face. It was traumatic. Like I'm not kidding. I think it was a Saturday, and I just had basically a nervous breakdown with my wife, and I was super depressed. Everything, like your world had kind of come up into the team had reported back. They were going back through the off-season workouts, and physiologically it was like I felt like I should have been in there a little bit. And life, the pace of life in the real world was like super slow. There was no urgency. I'm sitting in this studio and we've got like 25 minutes until we do another 2-minute live hit on air. And it was like, I'm not getting anything out of this. Like, this isn't enough for me. And I was depressed, like flat out. I was depressed. And I remember like coming into my wife from the backyard, and I was like crying. And I told her, I said, I don't know what's going on with me. I don't know what's wrong, but I don't think I can do this. And I said, I'm going to take $1 million and I'm going to go down to Nicaragua, and you can have the rest and have the boys and just take care of them for me. And it was like, she looked at me and started crying, and she's like, you're not going anywhere. Like, I need you. She was thinking about the boys that were, God, at the time, what were they, 3-1? And she's like, you're not going anywhere, dude. I've got all this work to do. You're not bailing on this. She's like, we're going to get you the help you need. We're going to figure out what's going on and why you feel this way, but we're going to work through this thing together. So I called my boss at the radio station, and I called my co-host, and I said, hey, I'm not coming in Monday, and I don't know if I'm ever coming back again. And I said, I'm sorry. I can't do this. I can't keep going like this. And so that, I went to the doctor. I went and got my blood checked, and it was crazy. Like, and my strength coach had warned me about this. My first strength coach ever. He said, first off, don't play too long. You don't want to play too long. He's like, get what you need out of this game and then get the hell out, because it's dangerous. It's violent. You're going to get hurt. There's no doubt about it. And he's like, the long-term ramifications could be awful. And so I went and got my blood checked and everything. And a crazy thing, my wife went with me and she got hers checked too. And it turns out that at the time she had more testosterone in her body than I did.
Wow.
And yes, so I had some serious actual endocrinological deficiencies that I had to get back up to speed. And a big part of that was kind of adjusting to a new body, being on that physiological clock and not banging weights anymore, not getting the adrenaline, not getting the hormone dump from fighting another dude. But, you come to find out a lot of football players have a damaged pituitary stalk. So in your brain, you actually damage the pituitary, which signals to the gonads to produce more testosterone. So you're actually like, you're not able to do what you should. So we got all of that sorted out. And then it was like life started coming back to me, and I started feeling like myself again. And then thankfully the radio station called back and said, hey, we know you didn't like that. We like what you did there. Do you think you could be a field reporter for the Chargers radio broadcast this upcoming year? And I was like, I think I can handle that. And thank you for allowing me the opportunity. And sorry if I burnt any bridges up there. And they're like, hey, we get it, man. We know it's hard. Just come give us what you got. And so it kind of got me going and rejuvenated and gave me focus, and it gave me a foot back in the football world, which very clearly I missed. And here's what I missed, like in the transition portion of it, was like, I always thought that I was Nick Hardwick who played football, and I wanted to stay away from being Nick Hardwick, the football player.
Yeah.
Man, after playing that long and caring so much about it, you just can't help but becoming Nick Hardwick, the football player. It was everything to me. It was everything that I devoted my time and attention to. And my decisions that I made came back to, is this going to help me be a better football player and a better teammate and put us closer to a championship? If yes, then I will do that. If no, then I'll stay away. It was very simple. That decision-making corridor was the easiest thing of all time. And then you get out in the real world And, thankfully, it's like got a lot of resources at my disposal, got endless time at my disposal. And it's like, how do I even make decisions? Like, what is my decision making corridor? And then kind of further, it's like, who am I? You kind of have to figure yourself out again. And I think that's
identity crisis.
The identity, you lose your identity. It's like, you think you're not that, but you are. No matter how much you try to fight it, at some point you go through it and it's brutal.